Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is 3 p.m. here in Chicago, Illinois. That means it's time for a weekend live stream. Today is Sunday, May 9th, 2021. It's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Thank you so much for everything that you do each and every day. Every day should be Mother's Day, but we want to say a special Happy Mother's Day and give special attention to the mothers today. So thanks to all the moms out there. And thanks to everyone else for tuning in. So glad to have you here. Everyone tuning in on the podcast, on the audio only version. Welcome. Hope you're having a good run out there. Hopefully the weather is nice for you. For me, it's nice and sunny out right now in Chicago. It's a little bit chilly, but the weather's so nice and sunny. But I had like 40 degrees, like very stiff, steady headwind and rain the entire time I was out there for my long run this week. It was pretty miserable, not really great running conditions. And I'm pretty like grumpy about it. The fact that it's just so beautiful out right now, but ultimately I got in a good run, mission accomplished for what I was trying to get done today. So I guess I can't complain that much. It's character building, as they say, right? So we got that going. And everyone that's watching on YouTube after the fact, hopefully it's because you were out there enjoying time with the mothers in your life. And now you're getting back to it later on, either tonight or the following day, and welcome. So glad to have you here as well. Kiefer is here, says Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Do you guys remember those commercials? Like Truckosaurus. That's why every time I hear like the word like everyone's like something's on a Sunday, I hear Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Philip Bournes here says, yo, what's going on? Only managed 22.8K of the planned 30K during today's Wings for Life. 29 degrees Celsius, otherwise known as 84 degrees Fahrenheit, and sun made it quite toasty. That's super hot. That's really hot. And only bringing half a liter and going out too fast probably didn't help either. Yeah, that's a hot day. You're going to need a lot of liquid for that. Half a liter for 30K? That seems a little bit short. But lessons learned. Lessons learned. Glad you made it back safely either way. All right, Ali B says, yo, what's going on, everybody? Rest day for me. All right, hope you got your legs up, resting, maybe doing some foam rolling. Hope you're having a good day as well. John Ritchie says, Heiko, hope you're having a good day. Do you think Nova Blast or Magic Speed would go the marathon distance? Not planning on breaking the land speed record, huh? Cheers, watching from Dublin. Good vibes. Yeah, I mean, I don't know when my Magic Speed are coming. I pre-ordered them on Running Warehouse, so whenever those come, they'll be here. They haven't arrived yet. I haven't checked recently to see if they've shipped or not, but they're not here yet, so I don't know. I anticipate that they'll be a pretty good marathon racer. I have really high expectations for that shoe. Super excited for it. It's got a lot to live up to. So if it's not like a really great shoe, it's going to be a disappointment. That's kind of like my level of anticipation for it. So maybe I'm overhyping it, but really looking forward to it. And the Nova Blast 2 for sure can go the marathon distance. I think so. Definitely. It's like the Nova Blast 2, Mach 4, I feel like those two shoes are ones that you're probably going to see on a lot of people in your in-person marathons that you have, that you hopefully have later in the year. But yeah, I think either of those, I'm thinking either of those would be a good choice, but I don't know for sure yet with the Magic Speed. Hopefully I'll know soon. And it says, hi, Kofuzi and everybody, 4 miles with Pip, and then a speed workout on the treadmill. And he's learning how to get the best use of the treadmill in addition to runs with Pip. Nice. Does Pip get like, does Pip know, like when you're running on the treadmill, is Pip jealous? Is Pip like, we could have done this outside. Why are you doing that? We could have run together. I feel like dogs are pretty smart. They would like, I know what you were doing in there. Yeah. Recycle on Wednesday says, hi everyone. There's a smoke alarm or something doing a low battery chirp for over a week. I'm ready to stick my head in a blender. That's miserable. That's absolutely miserable. It's, yeah. It just never ends when that kind of stuff happens. All right. David probably says, happy Mother's Day. JC says, hello and happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Awesome. David Sachs says, happy Mother's Day. Hope everyone had a great day. Ozen Von Backstrom says, hi guys. What's going on? Good to see you again. Ten Ruth says, hey all. Steve says, good evening. 90 minutes of easy exploring trails in 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Pretty much perfect running conditions. That's what I was going to say. That sounds nice. 90 minutes, I feel like 90 minutes is a good amount of time to run. I just really enjoy that, especially if you're just going out and just trying to have a good time. That, like not like a workout or trying to get, hurry and get something in, I feel like 90 minutes is a great amount of time to go for a run. Yeah. Nice. Brian Foran says, hello from Dublin. Cody, absolute legend. Awesome. Thank you. And anytime someone says legend, I just think of Aussie Man reviews. And so in a really good way. So thank you. Thank you. Puts a smile on my face. Terry Furlong says, good evening. What's going on, Terry? And Pia Johnson says, hey, Kofuzi, do you have a waterproof jacket? Waterproof? I'm not sure. I have a couple of rain jackets. I have that one from Rabbit, which I keep saying that I don't like that much, but then I find myself actually wearing it a lot in the rain. And then I have the rain layer from Janji that they sent over recently. I have one that I bought years ago, a real cheap one from Mizuno that I bought on Amazon for like $20. That I run in those, but I always feel like with those, like the use case for them is so narrow, right? Because if it's raining really hard, I almost don't care because you're just going to get soaked. And you're just worried about, well, I just don't want a heavy layer on. I don't want it to like, I wouldn't wear like a sweatshirt or a hoodie because then you're just going to be running with like an extra 5 pounds of water weight. But like if it's not raining that hard, then you're just going to end up being real hot. So like I'm not a huge fan of rain layers. I do have like I bought a jacket that's kind of like I don't know if it's intended for activity or not. I usually just wear it when it's raining out and I'm like walking the dog. From Uniqlo. It's that one is waterproof. It gets super hot. If I'm actually running it. I've run in it a couple of times. Even a very, very easy run, you just start melting. So just because it doesn't breathe at all. So yeah. But like a lot of the jackets that I have are like weatherized, so like water resistant, but not necessarily waterproof. I do have a Gore-Tex jacket, a winter Gore-Tex jacket, but I don't, I guess I could have worn that today, but that might've been too hot. I usually reserve that one for when it's like 0 degrees out or like super, super cold. Cause like that's Gore-Tex on the outside, Gore-Infinium on the inside, super warm, super lightweight. So like if I need to move fast and it's really, really cold out, that's what I reach for. It's very expensive, but like a marvelous piece of technology. It's amazing. And then like, I have like the No Days Off jacket from like the winter jacket from Tracksmith. That's weatherproof. A lot of the Janji layers that I have are kind of like water resistant, so like I have those that help. But like if it's raining, you're going to get wet. That's kind of how I feel about it. And so I don't worry too much about waterproofness. But I know other people have different situations where they maybe need waterproofness. Runner Dre says 7 miles on the trails today. Hi, everyone. Happy Mother's Day. Awesome. Nice work on the trails out there. I've been watching a lot of trail videos lately because I'm getting ready for this Crater Trail 50K. And a lot of like other trail races are popping up, which is nice because then it's like these are smaller races and usually from like people that like maybe they only made a video because they were running this ultra or some random ultra in some random state. So it's been good to see like some other content that's out there and see some other like trail running footage, kind of get me in the mood because I'm certainly not doing a lot of trail running out here, but I don't know. But I'm really looking forward to spending some time in the trails. I'm convinced I'm going to get so lost. I was trying to talk, my wife actually asked me about it yesterday. Remember yesterday we were talking about how do you talk to your significant others about running? And like some people mentioned, like wait for them to ask. And so my wife was asking me about like, how I was feeling about this trail run coming up. And I'm like, I'm certain I'm going to get lost. It's a 50K. She's like, is it 50 mile or 50 kilometers? It's like, it's a 50K. So about 30 miles, but I'm expecting at least 60K because I'm going to get lost. And a lot of times races like this, 50K is like approximate. So it might be a lot longer. So I'm expecting at least 60K is what I'm thinking. I got my afternoon coffee, guys. I was debating afternoon coffee or early afternoon beer. Coffee won out today. But I'm almost done with coffee. So I think pretty much right after this, I might switch over to beer. Phil my run. What's going on? Says, hello there. Dark now in the UK. When are you going to come and see us on Zwift again? Oh, yeah. Well, I suppose I can get on the treadmill. I mean, maybe I need to get on the treadmill one of these days and just do an incline run. So maybe I could do a Zwift run. I stopped doing the paid membership because I haven't, even when I was using the bike, I wasn't getting on Zwift. I was having so many problems because I had a weird setup I put sensors on a spin bike. And so like for bicycling, it didn't work, but maybe I will do, just a Zwift run, but I'll do it with treadmill. You have to do a Zwift run on a treadmill, but I mean like an incline run, so I can get some workout getting ready for this Crater Trail. So we'll see. Mm-hmm. Will Willing says, got up at 5:30 a.m. to run 3 times 400, a 10-minute tempo, and a 3 times 400, a 10-minute tempo, and a 3 times 400. What? Nice work, Whoa. That's intense. That's a lot. 20 minutes of tempo is a lot of work. Whew. Spicy, as they say, right? Stevie76 says, yo, what's going on? What's going on, Stevie? Good to see you again. Benzie News says, yeah, free Zwift running. Yeah, I know that's free. So like I still have an account, I think. I just haven't been there in a while. Seeker Elite says, for the 50K race, see if you can get a course GPX file and load it into the watch. It will remove a lot of anxiety about getting lost. My wife said that too. She didn't say it quite like that, but she was like, there isn't a way that you can get like the course like put onto your phone or something. And I was like, I don't know. Is that like frowned upon? Like, is that like a reasonable question to like email the race director and see if there's like a GPX file somewhere that's so I can program it in? Because I'm just so certain I'm gonna get lost. I was just watching someone, I forget what channel it was, but they were the title was something like Kansas's gnarliest ultra race or something like that. And I was like, this is like a sarcastic, right? But it was actually pretty hilly. There were a couple of water crossings. And at no point during any of this footage did I see any course markings. So I'm just like, how does this person know where to go? Because some parts, like there was a clear trail, but some parts he was just running in a field. And I was like, what? Where do you go on that? So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get lost. But I mean, maybe I will email that. I was like, I don't know if it's considered like cheating, because I feel like being able to like pros get lost on their races. I hear about that regularly. And so like, I'm like, is that frowned upon to like have like the map put into your watch and then have it beep at you every time you need to take a turn? I don't know. I really don't know. Running Man Sam, what's going on, Sam? Says, hey man, cool video today on Insta. You may have seen I had a live stream with Seth. Would love to have a chat with you over live stream. Yeah, let's set it up. Email me. I'm at co.mike@gmail. co.mike@gmail. Very cool. All right. Scott says, any reason not to buy the H9 over the H10? The H10, I believe, can store data. I don't know if it can also broadcast to multiple devices at the same time. So like, I think like bike computer type stuff, I think there might be triathlon indications in there, but for runners, if you're pairing it to a watch, I don't think that there's a real need to get the H10 versus the H9. I don't think, but I'm not exactly sure on that. The other thing that I'm not sure about is I'm pretty sure that both of them can give you heart rate variability, which is something that their optical sensors can't do. So one of the tests that like is available, like one of the recovery tests that's available on the Polar watch is a recovery test. And basically you put on the chest strap, you lay down, and it measures your heart rate variability for a while. And then you stand up right away, not quickly, but like from laying down to stand up, and it measures your heart rate variability. And then by measuring those two things, it can tell you, it's another way of measuring how recovered you are. And that's something I believe is available. I know it's available on the H10. I'm pretty sure it's available on the H9, but there might be a difference there if that's something that's important to you. And Ruby says, happy to help you dial in your Zwift setup. Just say the word go. Yeah, I mean, I think that what I would love to do at some point, I mean, I don't know where I would put it, but I'm ready to buy like a tax or something, like a regular set. I don't want to like put my bike. I mean, I've thought maybe you get one of the ones where you put the bike on the roller thing. But I want like Zwift to be able to control the intensity and stuff for me. That's like the big thing that otherwise I'm like, then I feel like I'm still kind of like halfway doing it, So, yeah. So I think I just don't know where I'd put it. Maybe we can figure that out at some point. I'm like looking around this living room. It's like covered in toys. So I'm like, I don't know, what toy can I get rid of in order to put an exercise bike in here? I'm not sure. I think my wife would use it. Lucas A says, "What's going on, my running friends? What's going on, Lucas? Good to see you again." Steve 76 mile life. Shamar says, "I think you should get that GPX thing done for sure." All right. Well, I'll see if I can email someone at the race and be like, has anyone run it? Like maybe I'll just see if I can like stalk somebody's Strava account from some people that have finished it in the past couple of years and see if I could see their, and reach out to them and be like, would you be willing to export your GPX file? I don't know. We'll see. I need to do more research because otherwise I'm going to have to like try and memorize this course. And I'm like, how am I going to memorize this course? I don't know. I have no idea. There's no way I'm going to be able to memorize a course. So and I don't have any chance to do any recon running for it. I mean, I suppose I could, but I'm not gonna. So yeah, I got well, either that or I'm just going to be like, I'm going to pick a person and be like, I'm following this person the entire time, which could be disastrous, All right. Alex C says, happy Mother's Day, everyone. I'm recovering after yesterday's Tiger Claw vert. 10 hill repeats for 11.7 miles and 4,600 feet of vert. That's awesome. Great job. Let's get a cowbell for that one. That's a long hill. That's like a little more than a half-mile hill. Oof. Good work. That's a lot of vert too. Yeah. I had a long run today. It ended up being 20 miles. And it said that my total elevation gain was 1,500 feet. And I'm like, wait, what? I have to look at that again. I'm like, are we sure about that? Maybe with the weather, like it messed it up the barometer. I'm like, there's no way I got 1,500 feet of gain. There's a couple of hills that you go over, but I'm like, that seems like a lot for me in Chicago along the lakefront. We'll see. Bob Percy says, I've watched so many vlogs with you on your MAF training. Can I ask you for a quick answer on Zone 2 Max or MAF training? Which would you recommend? I'm not sure what Zone 2 HR Max training is. Like, maybe you can explain that a little bit more, Bob. Yeah, I mean, I've been enjoying MAF training. I feel like it's working for me. Just, like even today, my goal for my workout for day was a long run. Getting ready for a 50K was just to get out there for 3 hours at my MAF number or under. There was a stretch where I got a little bit antsy. The weather was starting to get to me and I was just getting a little bit bored, I think. And my heart rate was maybe in like the 150s for several miles, I think. It was also pretty windy out there today. But for the overall for the 3 hours, it was 143 beats per minute, and so like that was the goal. That was what I wanted to do today. I feel like it just makes you really strong. So in a weird way, not strong like I can do all these reps of like 400s, but I just feel like I can keep going. I mean, I ran 10 miles yesterday, the 20 miles today, made a 30-mile weekend. And 80 miles on the week. And plus my kids have been making me chase them on their scooters. So I've been running a lot afterwards. So I just feel like it's been good. Just kind of like, I don't want to say bulletproof because there's that dude that has bulletproof knees, that guy, ATG guy. But I just feel like it makes you pretty durable, is my opinion. Javier Iglesias says, any recommendations on running shoes for those with high arches? We talked about that a little bit yesterday, but some of the ones that come to mind for me are a couple of Nike shoes, like the Invincible has a pretty high arch. The Pegasus has a pretty high arch, I would say. And then from Under Armour, that Flow Velocity Wind has a pretty high arch as well. I can't remember all the other ones that we talked about yesterday, but those are three that come to mind right away. All right. Secret Elite says, having the course in the watch is totally legal. You have a smart wife. You should listen to her. She tells me that every day. Okay. Well, I'm gonna try and find that. All right. Dave Bradshaw Running says, hey, Kofuzi, thanks to you, I've started my own running vlog. 2 done so far. I've nailed the leg Night Rider. but still learning upper body and from behind shots. Keep up the good work, Dave from Mountain. Well, awesome, Dave. I'll have to look up Dave Bradshaw running after we're done here, but I love to hear it, and welcome to the world of run vlogging. It's a lot of fun. It can get a little bit it's addictive, I'll tell you that. So, but it sounds so far like you're really enjoying it, and practice makes perfect with all those shots. All right. Yeah, Sean Marsh says it's crazy mileage, Co. Yeah, I mean, the mileage is a lot. I'm tired. I tell you that. I'm tired. So I'm thinking like next week, I'd like to get in some harder workouts next week. And then maybe reduce the mileage. Maybe I'll get to like 70 instead of 80. Or maybe even high 60s for next week. I want to get a couple of threshold workouts in. And then like for the week after that, it'll be leading up to a marathon. So I might have one more workout. So there's only going to be like 3 more workouts before this 50K. And then I'm not tapering necessarily until after that marathon. I'll have like a 13-day taper. But like I'm tired. I think I'm in a good spot though. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not like training very specifically for the event, but feel like fitness wise, I'm feeling pretty good about the fitness. And Phil My Run says, like, in almost every race other than Barkley, it's perfectly okay to use a GPX file of the route on your watch. Promise. Okay, good. That's a lot of people saying, yeah. And Alex C says, nah, I think Coach should have to run with a map and a compass. I've been debating, like, just to like take like there's pictures of the route that are on like their Facebook page and stuff. The website isn't like super elaborate. I think it's a small race. I'm not knocking it by any means. But there's a couple of pictures of like what the route's supposed to be, along with like elevation profiles. I'm debating like printing them out and like putting them in plastic bags, or I was thinking laminating them, but I'm like, I don't have a laminator. So I could just put it maybe in a Ziploc bag in case because I'll be sweaty, just in case I get like super lost. And then like comparing that to like I'm worried that my phone won't get reception out there. Because there's been times out in like Guttenberg, which is maybe 50 miles, 60 miles from there, last summer, where I was just like, I'm not getting any service out here. And it depends, like in eastern Iowa, where there's bluffs, when the hills are very steep, you know, it's not so much that like we're that far from like cell service. It's just like the terrain, the geography makes cell reception difficult. So I'm concerned that I'm going to be relying on my phone to help me be on the course. But I'm thinking I might need to print out some of those maps, or at least those pictures, just in case. Otherwise, I got to whistle on there. I'll just start whistling and be like, is anyone else out here? I'm so lost. Sean Marshall says, are mimosas like the official drink of Mother's Day or something? Seen multiple moms with mimosa posts today. I think so. The moms in my family, and especially on my wife's side, they all enjoy the mimosas. It seems to be like the socially acceptable day drinking beverage for women. Not that only women can drink mimosas, because whenever my wife makes mimosas, I definitely have a few too. And so does my father-in-law. We all enjoy them. But it's like whenever my wife and her sisters get together, they like to have mimosas, and we have it in a very Midwestern way, like around Thanksgiving and like Christmas. Those times of year, the fridge is always too full, so we just leave everything out on the porch. And so when you want to refill, you have to go outside on the porch, and then bring the orange juice and the champagne back inside, pour yourself a drink, and then keep it cool by putting it back outside on the deck. So I enjoy the mimosas quite a bit. They're really good for because when I get them, I've gone for a run in the morning, had a bunch of coffee after my run, then I eat breakfast and have mimosas, and then I nap. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So I enjoy them too. I could see why people enjoy them. Yeah. Lucas H says, yeah, moms deserve to booze in the morning. Mimosas are the socially acceptable way, and I think a dirty martini would get some judgy looks. Maybe. Ozone Fountain Backstroke says, don't forget the signal flare. I don't think I need anything like that, but was it Remy that said bring the headlamp anyway? I think I am going to bring a headlamp just so that way I have some sort of light to flash in case I'm like really, really lost somewhere. Not that I think I'm gonna get lost in the darkness, but like I think having like something that I can like flicker, might help if I'm like trying to get people's attention or something. I don't think I'll need it, but there's plenty of room in the pack. I'll just put it in the back in case I need to. Suan says Mike might need an Apple tracker on him so he can be found by the search team. Well, I mean, like I think I have it set up so that my wife can always see where I am. Does that have to be like renewed? Because I've done that. I've given that to my wife a couple of times before, or at least I've done it once before. Or do I have to like keep giving it permission for it to track me like that? I'm not sure. And secretly says local races here, you are encouraged to carry a map course in the pack. Also must have phone on you with emergency contact in it. If you get totally off track, you can ring them and they can get you back on track. Okay. So maybe yeah. I mean, when I ran the tunnel marathon, they tell you, I mean, that's on like an access road, like a fire road kind of thing. And so they tell you on that one that you got to bring your phone. So yeah. Remy says, we used to make manmosas in college using the champagne and beer and OJ. There you go. I could drink that. That actually sounds pretty good. I could go for one of those right now. Sean Marshall says, my Midwestern friends always mock my pronunciation of orange, which I pronounce as orange. We both have that bit of New Jersey-ness. Yeah. Orange. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. People say that in tournament words that I got a hard time with in college. Recycle on Wednesday says, is there a safety concern with getting lost or more time performance concern? Obvious getting lost sucks, but it's more or less worrying in different situations. Yeah. I'm not that worried about safety over there, although I'm pretty sure that there's wildlife that could be of a concern, but it's not like getting lost up in the Tetons where they were like, bring your bear spray when I ran that Ragnar race. And for that Ragnar race, I did have a night leg and I just followed someone in front of me. So like that was pretty easy and the course markings were good enough. So I didn't get lost at night. But yeah, so like my main concern is that I'm just going to get lost and like run uphill 3 miles in the wrong direction, or the worst would be to run downhill a couple of miles in the wrong direction and then realize it and then turn around and then run back up. Like I was telling when I was talking to my wife about it, I was like, I just know that like there's going to be like a little arrow that says go this way, and I'm going to be like looking around and just not see it, or most likely fiddling with my camera, and then I won't see it, and then all of a sudden I'll be on another course. It'll look like it's right because like maybe they're like a bicycle trail or something that I went on, and then I'll be like, I don't know if I'm lost, and then I'll just keep running because I'm not sure. So then it's like, do you push when you're not sure if you're lost or not or what? And then I'll be like, I'm definitely lost. But like, I feel like I wouldn't make that, mental call until like I've gone like 20 minutes in the wrong, and I haven't seen anyone, I haven't seen any course markings. So like, I just feel like, yeah, I worry that it's going to feel defeating is the big, not that it will be a performance concern ultimately, but I just feel like I'm going to get lost like 20 kilometers in and just be like, screw it. I'm like, in 5 kilometers, I'll be back at the start on this looped course and whatever. That's kind of like where I'm concerned. Just because I get so hopelessly lost. And Sean Marshall says, getting lost sucks. Don't risk it. Yeah, I know. I don't want to be lost. Teddy Jordan says, howdy, Kofuzi. Good to see you again, Teddy. Carlos Rivera says, in Google Maps, you can download a map of the area so you don't have to worry about poor cell service. That's true. That's true. Similarly, I could take the picture of like the course map and have that as well, and that wouldn't require any battery or cell service. The problem is I won't know where I am in relation to anything on the map. I'm terrible at that. So like, yeah. I just, even when I have like a map, like I've had a trail map before, like of a park, like a state park, and a cell phone with my location, like on Google. I've been holding up like the two things and I've been like, okay, I should make a right here to get back to the parking lot. And then like 20 minutes later, I'm like, oh, I'm going in the wrong direction, like 180 degrees the wrong direction. I've done that before. So I'm just so bad. I don't know why. I don't know why I have such a hard time with it, but I do. It's comically bad. So like, I mean, you know what helps though? Although it didn't help me that one time, the last time I got really lost, is that now like the phone can tell, at least on iPhone, it can tell you which way you're facing when you're a dot. It gives you like a vector. So like that helps a little bit. I'll still figure out a way to get lost though. Terry Verlong says, treat yourself to a Garmin 945 or a Phoenix Pro. You know you want to. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll get one of those because I've been meaning to pick up a Garmin to test for a couple months now. It's been a while since I've run in a Garmin, so maybe I'll do that. And the ultimate test will be the 50K. See how lost I get. And Sue N says, I appreciate this conversation because I'm navigationally terrible too. Yeah. And Carlos Rivera says, sounds like you need to run with someone. Yeah. Wow. Who was it? I'm sorry. I forgot your name. Who was it that said that they signed up for it too? Is it Frank someone? Not Frank LaHoulier, but it's another. I thought it was another Frank. So that they signed up for the race. I think all the participants who signed up are listed too. So I'll have to go double check that. And maybe, I don't know who's going to be running a similar pace as me. So like we'll see about that as well. But I don't know. I do wish that there was someone that could like run it with me. All right. Teddy says, Kofuzi, could you please help me out with this? Saucony endorphin shift is more responsive or more cushioned? I need it for heel strike training. Any thoughts? It's more responsive than it is cushioned. It's not a very soft shoe despite its giant stack height. For me, a lot of that shoe is about rolling through the foot strike and like the gait cycle really quickly. So it felt really closely to me like running on an elliptical. It's just really smooth going through it. So that's where I would put it. Whether that's good for heel strike training, I'm not sure. Remy says, this might be a terrible idea, Co. Use Strava Beacon before you start. What's Strava Beacon? I don't know what that is. I don't think you really want me to use that, but I'll take a look at it. Strava is down right now, by the way. Is it still down? I don't know. I was trying to, unfortunately, my run already posted, so I'm good on that. Not that you couldn't like repost it later, or get the GPX file from your watch and then post it. But I was trying to like respond to comments and stuff. I'm like, what is happening? Strava's down. I don't know. Omar says, yo, Kofuzi, you think the endorphin speeds 2 are worth the wait, or should I buy the version 1? I don't know. I've seen some photos of the endorphin speed 2. I got to tell you, the checkerboard, the finish line pattern, I think it's absolutely disgusting. Like, who did that? I think it's just really, really bad. I know some people will love it, and if you do, awesome. Me, I don't like it at all. That's superficial. That's just like in terms of like the designs on it. But other than that, I don't know what they've changed on the endorphin speed 2. I don't get the sense that they've changed a lot on the endorphin speed 2. Like I saw a quick blurb on it saying like, you know, the big differences between the Pro and the endorphin speed in terms of updates is they made sure it was easier to identify which one was the Pro and which one was the speed. So again, more like superficial updates. So I would say like, you know, depending on how many shoes you're going through, if you think you might go through 2 pairs of endorphin speed in a year, I would buy version 1 now and then buy another pair of endorphin speed and get the speed 2 later. But if you're only going to probably get one of them, if you don't absolutely need it right now and can wait, I'd hold off because I think it's coming out soon, right? That's what I thought. I'm not sure what the date is on that. In his demo says, I think we should start a word of the day sound every time Stevie76 says my wife. Okay, we'll do that. All right, starting tomorrow, I'll get that sound ready again, and we'll do that. Louis says Strava is still very slow right now, and Frank says it's up, but it's kind of wonky and slow. All right, well, I'll check on it again later. And Will Wing says, Kofuzi, do you plan on taking a pack or a vest for the 50K? Yeah, today I ran in the Zephyr again. Haven't run it in a while to test it out, and I think I'm going to run in the Zephyr for the 50K, because then I'll be able to carry 2 liters in the pack versus 1.5 in the back. And I think I'm not sure how hot it's going to be, but 2 liters should be more than enough for what I'm going to need out there. But then if I get really, really lost, I'll still have plenty of fluid. All right. Secretly says, normally you will find someone in the race with a similar pace that you can race with. Don't be scared to say good day to them and encourage each other. It's one of the best things over road races. Yeah, I'm hoping to find a buddy, because I don't think that this race is going to be huge. I think it's going to be bigger than last year. I think it had like 20 participants, but last year was a very different year. This year, I think there's going to be a lot of people participating. So the last time I checked, there was like 40. So we'll see how many there. I think there probably will be someone running about what I'm trying to run. So, or someone that's like running close enough that I'll be like, yeah, I'll just follow you. Yeah, so that's what I'm hoping for. Oh, Remy says, the beacon is live tracking of your activity that you can send to contacts. Always send a beacon to my wife before a long ride so you can see where I am and estimate when I'll be back. Okay, there you go. All right, maybe I'll like that. Maybe I'll try that. Not sure. Alex C says, is the speed 2 under embargo? I have no idea. I didn't get it. I'm not part of all that. So no one sent it to me. But I think I was watching one of Seth's videos yesterday. He's pretty annoyed about it. I'm not sure. I think some people got it and just ignored the embargo or something. Or maybe some people got it early who weren't subject to embargo, maybe like a retailer sold it before they were supposed to. Something happened. So he was pretty annoyed about it seemed. Frank says, it's really easy to be stuck by yourself in a trail 50K. Yeah, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of footage of me by myself. That's what I'm kind of anticipating. And like on the course website, they're like, headphones, what we recommend you don't. Number one, because it's a lot of it's single track, and you don't want to accidentally fall because someone behind you spooked you. And it's like, and you know what? You're out in the woods, unplug, enjoy yourself. And I'm like, I don't know, 5 hours of myself is going to be a lot of myself. So, or 6 hours or 7, however long it takes, Frank. I know you think I'm way underestimating how hard it's going to be. So it's a lot of time for me to be out there by myself. So I think I do think I'm going to be out there by myself for a lot of it. Hopefully I find a buddy, but we'll see. All right. Sean Marshall says, gotta run, kids. Good to talk with y'all, and call your moms. I think that's good advice. I think I'm going to end it today a little bit on the early side. I did call my mom. I got to call my sister. Make sure I wish her a happy Mother's Day. They're together, so like they're hanging out today, which is nice. So I got to call my sister, wish her happy Mother's Day, and I think the weather's nice enough. I think we're all going to go for a little walk around the neighborhood too, and so spend some time with my wife and the kids. So I'm going to get going. Tomorrow's video, I think, is just going to be about, I did kind of a workout video for today's long run. So we'll talk about that. That'll be for tomorrow. And then we'll do another live stream. Tomorrow is Monday. So we're going to go back to weekday time, 1 p.m. Central Time. So 2 hours earlier than today. I'll post the thing so you can see exactly what time it is and set reminders and stuff if you want to. But that'll be for tomorrow's live stream. And it's Monday. So it'll be Monday mukbang. In the meantime, till I see you again, guys, be safe out there. Thanks.